If you haven't left for your Memorial Day weekend, you'll likely be on the road in the next 24 hours.
We thought we'd get the big picture on travel over the next few days with Nick Jarmusz from AAA. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Oh, my pleasure.
And congratulations, you said you had a newborn, so you're used to being up this early in the morning. So, you know, we throw out a lot of numbers, but how many people here in Wisconsin are actually going to be on the roads over this weekend?
Well, for here in Wisconsin, about 780,000 residents will be traveling, and we define traveling as going more than 50 miles from home at some point during the weekend.
Is that considered a lot?
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a day trip, you know, even if it's not necessarily an overnight vacation, but it's, you know, people are going to be on the highways going, you know, somewhere throughout the state. So I would say if you are planning on going anywhere, expect to see a lot of traffic on the road, and especially if you're going through any construction zones, possibly some congestion and slowdowns.
So do you have any specific places that people should watch out for in terms of those slowdowns?
Probably the biggest slowdowns will be up in the Green Bay area where 41 and 43 meet. There's a lot of construction going on up there, and then of course on 94, just west of Milwaukee, there's quite a bit of construction going on. And even though the projects will be on hold, so there won't be any workers there, there's still going to be, you know, narrow lanes, unusual configurations. You know, the orange barrels will still be out.
They're not leaving.
No, the orange barrels will still be working. So.
They don't take the weekend off.
No.
What are people paying gas prices by? It doesn't feel as bad as it's been in recent past, but it's still up.
It's up from where it's been in the last, you know, few months, but compared to where we've been over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, we're still almost $1 below where we were at this time last year. So we estimate that the average family has actually saved about $400 on fuel costs since the beginning of this year. And we think that's part of what's really driving the increased travel volume that we'll see this year. People saying, you know what, we've got a little extra cash from saving money on gas throughout the year, let's take a trip with it.
I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but you are AAA. So you said about close to 800,000 people in Wisconsin. Sure. So that's just a little nugget. What about the entire country?
Nationally, a little over 38 million folks will be traveling, mostly on the roads. It's about 88% of those folks will be driving. The rest will be either flying or taking the train.
Can't let you go without asking about what's been in the news this week, the increase to 70 miles per hour on a lot of highways, governor signing that into law. Technically not in effect yet this weekend, right?
Correct. Until the signs are actually changed on the road, it does not take effect. And even once it does take effect, you know, we're advising motorists to really think of this as the hard maximum. You know, there's always the kind of, you know, well, you could get away with 5 or 10 miles over the limit. You know, 70 is more than fast enough to get where you're going. Let's, you know, keep it at that. Anything higher than 70, one, you're losing fuel efficiency on your vehicle. Even at 70, you're losing fuel efficiency from what you would be at 55 or 65. But it also increases the chance that if you are in a crash, it's going to be a more severe crash, possibly a fatal crash.
All right, Nick Jarmusz from AAA Wisconsin, thanks so much. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.